You can do 99 things right, and one emotional overreaction can erase all of it. Not because people are cruel, but because your reaction quietly teaches them how to treat you. One sentence said in emotion can cost you months of respect, and once it's out, you don't get it back. So here's the rule most people never learn. When emotion spikes, don't speak, don't explain, don't defend. Pause. Let the feeling pass. In this video, I'll show you how to stop overreacting emotionally, before one reaction ruins what you've been building. Most people think overreacting is just a personality flaw. I'm emotional. That's just how I am. But that's not the real cost. The real cost is what overreacting quietly takes away from you. You've seen it before. One message, one tone, one snap, and suddenly everything feels different. Every time you react emotionally, you lose position, you lose leverage, and slowly, you lose respect. Not because people are evil, but because your reactions make you predictable. People don't remember how intense your emotions felt. They remember how you acted when things got uncomfortable. That single reaction becomes the reference point. At work, in relationships, in conversations that matter. And once that pattern is set, it repeats. Not because life is unfair, but because behavior teaches people what to expect from you. Most people think they overreact because they are emotional. But that's not the mechanism. You overreact because your ego feels threatened. Not physically, socially. A look of disrespect, a dismissive tone, being ignored. Those moments signal danger to the ego, and the brain rushes to defend status. So it reacts fast, not to solve the situation, but to release pressure. That's why overreacting feels relieving for a second. You speak, you send the message, you snap back, and the tension drops. But that relief comes at a cost. In that moment, your brain confuses reaction with protection. It believes reacting immediately means standing up for yourself. In reality, it does the opposite. Fast reactions expose your emotional buttons. They show others exactly how to provoke you. It's like handing someone the instruction manual to your emotions. Once people know where the switch is, they don't need power over you. They just need timing. This is why two people face the same disrespect. One loses control, the other gains influence. The difference isn't personality. It's understanding this mechanism and choosing not to let emotion decide the next move. Stoics never tried to suppress emotion. They understood something deeper. The moment you feel triggered is not the problem. The problem is what you do next. Most people believe strength means reacting fast, answering back, defending, proving a point. Stoic philosophy flips this completely. Real strength is delay. Real control is choosing when to act, not whether you feel. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That line isn't motivational. It's mechanical. Because the moment you pause, you take power back from the situation. Not by silence, but by control. That pause breaks the automatic loop between emotion and action. It gives you space to choose your response instead of leaking it. And here's what most people miss. The calmest person in the room controls the direction of the outcome. In a moment, I'll show you the exact 3-second method that stops that emotional loop every time. This is where emotional control becomes practical. Not theory, not philosophy, but you can apply in real time. Rule 1. The pause. When emotion spikes, your first job is not to respond. It's to interrupt the reflex. Count 3 seconds. Exhale once. Not to calm down, but to break the automatic link between feeling and action. When you feel the urge to reply immediately, that's your cue to pause. That pause creates distance, and distance creates choice. Without it, you're not responding. You're leaking. Rule 2. Lower, don't raise. Most people raise their voice when they feel threatened. Stoics do the opposite. They slow down. They lower their tone, or they reduce their words. If someone raises their voice, you lower yours and watch the power shift. This isn't politeness. It's dominance through control. Emotion feeds on reaction. When it gets none, it collapses. Rule 3. Fewer words mean more power. Explaining is not a strength. It's exposure. The more you talk under emotion, the more you reveal what affects you. Short responses protect position. Silence protects leverage. Instead of explaining, say, "Noted," then stop. You don't need to prove you're right in the moment. You need to keep control of the situation. Pause to interrupt the reflex. Lower to destabilize the moment. Say less to keep your power. Now let's apply this where it actually matters. You're disrespected in a conversation. Your instinct is to correct, to explain, to react. Before you do, remember what Epictetus said. It's not things that upset us, but our judgments about things. The comment isn't the trigger. Your interpretation is. At work, on date when someone cuts you off, the old reaction is to push back immediately. The Stoic response is different. You pause, you lower your voice, and you say calmly, "Let me finish my point." Then you stop. In relationships, when a message feels cold or dismissive, most people chase clarity. They explain. They send another text. The Stoic waits. Silence reveals intent, and waiting exposes what words often hide. You might simply think, "I'll reply later." And you do. In public, when someone tests you, reacting emotionally gives them control. Not reacting takes it away. You pause. You say, "Okay," and you walk. This isn't passivity. It's choosing the right moment to act. Emotions will always rise. That's human. But reactions don't have to follow. Most damage isn't caused by what happens to you, but by what you do in the seconds after. A reaction fades quickly, but its consequences don't. Words spoken in emotion can't be retrieved. Positions lost through overreaction aren't easily regained. This is why emotional control is quiet. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't argue. It simply waits. And that waiting changes everything. Next time you feel the surge, remember this. Pause first, then decide. Because the person who can pause always decides what happens next.